Epic showdown. Epic showdown. Only one player can come out on top. How could a run possibly get any better than this? Such speed and accuracy. What a shot. Oh, disaster. These zombie jerks don't stand a chance. This round is one for the ages. I don't know if he can recover. Talk about a tough matchup. A champion will be crowned. And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Savin's World. My name is Savin, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me this evening, or this afternoon, or this morning. I guess it depends on where you are in the world. But regardless, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. It is going to be a great night, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be doing some building. I've been receiving a lot of messages, a lot of requests to show off some of my base designs or do some tips and tricks on building horde bases and that kind of thing. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So thank you guys all very, very much for joining, and we're going to get right to this. So real quick, guys, last week was our Q&A session, monthly Q&A session. But because I have been so focused on getting the Tournament of Champions up and running, which progress on that, oh man, it's moving along. It's a really exciting project. I'm so happy that things are rolling the way they're rolling. So I really hope you guys are going to enjoy it, and I'll have more info on that here in just a little bit. But yes, last week was supposed to be the live Q&A, but because I got so wrapped up in the TOC, I forgot to post on the Discord to let the members of Savin's Court give them the opportunity to post their questions. So I did that right after the stream last week. I posted and gave the members of Savin's Court the ability to send in their questions, and I told them that I would start the stream off by answering their questions first. So that's what we're going to do. I did get a few responses here, so we are going to go ahead and answer those questions. Kind of a continuation of last week's Q&A session here, just as an apology to the members of Savin's Court for my mistake. So we're going to start off the stream with that. And we're going to start off with actually one of the most frequently asked questions by the members of Savin's Court is in regards to the new 7 Days to Die Tournament of Champions. I had several members asking me about any updates, possible roster leaks, and that kind of thing. So I will give you guys a brief update on the Tournament of Champions, what it entails, what it's going to be, and when you can expect to... All right, big boy. Go away. Go away, big boy. Go. And when you can expect some more concrete information. So, Asmo, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, brother. I'm glad you're able to join. Yeah, it is going. You are absolutely right. It is going to be fun. Solar Edge, welcome to the stream. Edward, welcome to the stream. And the Pigman, welcome to the stream. Glad that you were able to join. So to answer the question of the TOC, the roster is pretty much finalized, and I have all the competitors selected. And all but one, I'm going to finalize, get the last one good to go tomorrow. I'm hoping that this individual will be available. It worked with some of the other creators that are in this tournament as well previously. So hopefully they will be willing to jump on board, and the roster will be set, guys. Once the roster's set, I'm going to be creating a video, like an introduction video for the actual tournament itself. It's going to explain the format, it's going to explain the rules, and we're also going to explain the competitors, the participants, who's all going to be joining the party. So that's going to be That's going to be going very, very soon. Probably the not next week, but the week after is when the tournament will actually start kicking off. And I'm really excited, guys. This is going to be so much fun. There are so many talented people that are joining me on this project. So yes, stay tuned for that. I definitely have more information to come on the TOC. So the Tournament of Champions will be running here very soon. I'm really excited, guys. It's going to be so much fun. Top Dog, welcome to the stream. Radioactive Kangaroo, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Hand some concrete information. Here's the concrete information you're talking about, Savin. Oh, I've missed you, Asmo. I really hope you're doing awesome, dude. I love you, brother. You're awesome. All right, guys. Next up on the questions from Savin's Court. A member asked, do zombies spawn in water and the viability of a coastal base? So zombies do not spawn in water. So let's see if we can just get ourselves to water here real quick. I'll try to find a coastal region here. Yeah, I know I have. All right, we'll spawn. This is going to suck because we're going to be in the wasteland, but that's all right. All right, so open water like this, zombies will not spawn on water. They need to spawn on dry ground, so they could spawn in here. So a coastal base is viable. However, you do need to. It depends on your goal. If your goal is to like completely bypass the zombies whatsoever, you would have to go out quite a ways into the open water in order to build a base that would keep you safe. Now, remember, in Alpha 19, the zombies swim now, and they actually swim faster than the player. So water is really not a safe zone when it comes to escaping the zombies. So the simple answer is no, zombies do not spawn on water, but they will spawn near water, and they will enter the water and come after you. So, in order to prevent zombies from spawning near you, you would have to go, I believe it's about 60 blocks out from the shore to prevent zombies from spawning near your position. I believe it's roughly 60 blocks is how far you would have to go out. So that would answer that question. Next up, I did receive many questions about Alpha 20. We are all super excited for Alpha 20. It needs to hurry the heck up and get here already. And a lot of them had to do with any updates on potential release dates. That's the biggest question that I received from the members of Savin's Court. And I do not have anything different, any new information as far as release dates. They haven't teased anything. The latest information that we've received is that it will be before Christmas as long as something doesn't go terribly wrong. So I'm still thinking probably October or November is when Alpha 20 is going to drop. But we have nothing concrete as of yet. So we're still kind of in a wait and see pattern, kind of a holding pattern. But yes, it cannot come soon enough. I think we are all more than ready for Alpha 20. All right, let's see here. Next question is, Forgetting Elixir, does it reset the books and schematics as well as the as your skill points? And the answer to the question is no. Standard Forgetting Elixir, let me show you here real quick. So standard Forgetting Elixir only resets your skill points. There is a way to reset books and schematics in the game. However, it's a dev block. It is called the full respec. That will clear out all the points as well as learn books and schematics and all that fun stuff. So if you wanted to completely reset your character, you would have to use the dev full respec drink. It's similar to the Forgetting Elixir. However, it resets everything. So that's the only way currently. There is no way in vanilla that I know of that you can actually, once you read a book, that you can unread a book. So once you've read it, you've got it, and you're stuck with it. So yeah, but the Forgetting Elixir will reset the skill points, let you respec your character, but your schematics and books, those once they're read, they are always read unless you use that dev block. And the last question on the list is, what are the last 3 songs you listened to and liked? And I am kind of ashamed to say that I cannot remember the last 3 songs that I actually actively listened to and liked. I don't listen to a lot of music anymore, guys. When I was younger, I was really, really involved in music. I actually, in my early 20s, I was the lead singer of a rock band, and we were actually pretty successful in the Midwest. We did Midwest tours and sold albums, and it was fun. But since I moved on from that, I really have not been following the music scene, guys. I personally think a lot of music nowadays is awful. I was a lyricist, so I always wrote the lyrics. So when I listen to songs, that's like the first thing that I listen to is the lyrics. And honestly, guys, the modern day music, and maybe I'm just an old, getting to be that crotchety old man. But modern day music, the lyrics are absolutely atrocious. They're awful. I personally wouldn't listen to it, and I personally wouldn't let if I had a family and children, I wouldn't let them listen to a lot of modern music. So unfortunately, I don't have an answer to this question because I can't remember the last 3 songs that I actually listened to and liked. I listened to older 90s 2000s music. That kind of stuff. So yeah, but modern day music, just I don't know. I'm more of I like classic rock. I like alternative rock. Back in the day, I was huge fan of Pearl Jam, Stained, Seether. Boy. Yeah, I could go on and on with a lot of different rock bands, but yeah, that's pretty much my jam. I was more of a rock and roll kind of guy. Although I do like pretty much every style of music. You can find gems in every genre, in my opinion. Even rap, even country, there are good offerings in those genres as well. So. Yeah, but as for modern day music, yeah, guys, that's kind of not my alley. I'm not really up on modern day music. I think again, like I said, I think a lot of it is trash. So just my personal opinion, guys. Just my personal opinion. All right. So that was the questions that were submitted by the members of Savin's Court. Again, I did get a lot of repeat questions, especially about the TOC and Alpha 20. A lot of people, those were the 2 things that people were most curious about. So I hope I answered that. I answered that to the best of my ability, guys. Still don't know about Alpha 20. We're waiting patiently to get some info on that. And then as far as the Tournament of Champions, that you will start seeing videos not next week, but the week after that. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, guys. So let's get to building. That's what we're doing today, guys. I'm going to be showing you some basic building designs, and I'm going to start off with it's not. Let's see. Gaming Asmo says, so Seven, I have a song you may like. It's not for the faint-hearted. Well, send it my way, man. I'll definitely give it a listen. All right, so we're gonna clear some space here. So last stream, I started to demonstrate a simple console build. Now, this is the PC version, so it's not going to do you guys on PC a lot of good, but I did receive a lot of requests to demonstrate and actually finish this build. So that's what I'm going to start off with, guys. I'm going to show you a very simple, straightforward build that you can use on console. I'm going to make a smaller version just so we can get through it, get it done here quick and easy. And then we'll go from there. So this is a quick and easy, pretty much foolproof build that you can use on console that will keep you almost 100% safe from zombies. So all right. Oh, I hate that. Can't see. There we go. So first thing you're going to do is build a little, let's see, 5. I'm going to make this a 5x5. I just lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And come on, work with me, Ghost Image. Three, 4, and 5. There we go. All right, and then on the corners, you're gonna build yourself a nice little pillar. Boom. Go up probably about 4 or 5 blocks. Oh, that was one too many. There we go. So yeah, this was I received a lot of requests from people to finish this up, because I kind of just started it, got about a third or maybe a quarter of the way through, and then called it good. But this is a quick, easy build, so we won't spend too much time on this. We'll be able to get this done really, really fast, and then we'll move on to some what most of us are here for, which is PC. Most of the people who watch my channel are PC players, because I don't really do much in the way of console builds. So, all right, let's get rid of this jerk here. Mo, I'm building here, buddy. Boom. All right. So now that you have your basic framework ready to go, you're going to use the wood poles. We're going to go advanced rotation, and we're going to rotate those like, oh, I just had it like that. There you go. And you're going to ring this all the way around. Boom, just like that. And you probably want to go about 3 high. And what's great about this base, guys, is it is completely impenetrable. The zombie on console. Remember, this is console, guys. So yes, console. This is a console base. Don't try this on PC. It will fail immediately. All right, that one there. We're just gonna go over here. So 1, 2, 3 high and all the way across, like this. And there is one important thing that I did not demonstrate that you will need to do on console, especially once you get down into some of the later hordes. You're going to have to spider-proof the base, because remember, guys, on console, the spiders climb. Oh, let's do that one. We can get it over here. There we go. All right. So we are going to spider-proof this once we get it all built. There we go. Boom. There's that. One more wall of poles is all we're going to need. Nope. Changing the rotation when I don't want to. There we go. Right there. That's what we're looking for. So this is a building, guys, on console that you can build on day one with no issues, no problems. You can build it out of wood and be completely safe. And then just upgrade as you go along. Upgrade as you have the materials. Now, really, guys, you don't really have to upgrade this much because the zombies can't hit it. They cannot hit this design. It's crazy. All right, so now that we've got that here, we're going to go outside. We'll give these guys a little bit of an, oh, darn it, wrong button. We'll just upgrade these to basic wood, all right? And as far as an entrance to this, what I like to do is build an underground tunnel that leads up into the center of the build. So underground tunnel leads up right there. You are going to need to build a way into the base once you get the roof on it. Oh, did I not do... Did I go up too high? I don't know. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we want. So the way this works, guys, is the zombies, they come up and boop, they get stuck right there. And they will swing and hit nothing but air, and they will keep swinging, and hit nothing, absolutely nothing. However, later on in the game, guys, you're going to face spiders, and you're going to need to keep them out because they will, like I said, they climb. So you are going to need a roof on this bad boy, and then you're also going to need to ring that roof with, you know what, I'm just going to go into God mode to make this a little easier. So you're going to need to ring that roof with bars in order to keep it safe from the spiders. And this, like I said, you can build this base on day one. All you need is wood. You build it out of wood, and you're fine. And then like I said, upgrade as you go, and you'll be completely safe. You won't have to worry about a thing. All right, let's go a little bit lower. It'll be place the blocks a little easier. Go. Now, another thing you can do if you want is you could make leave it like a block, put a hatch in the middle or something to keep give yourself another way in. But like I said, I generally speaking like to tunnel under. And like I said in the last stream, guys, one of my favorite things to do is build my forge room underneath this base design. That way, if I want to, I can peek my head up. Come in because the screamers will eventually come check out the area, and I can farm screamer horde, as I am smelting up resources and crafting under the base. So you go under the base, you build out a nice big tunnel system, you build out a nice big room in order to house all your forges, your chemistry stations, anything else that may cause heat and attract the screamers. All right, so this is pretty much it, guys. And now what we're going to do is the last thing we need to spider proof this. Again, guys, this is for console only. All right, do not try this on the PC version. It will fail immediately. It does not work against iron bars. It does not work against the current version. This was I'm only showing this because it was requested. Actually, I got quite a few messages asking if I could demonstrate this in full. All right, so we're gonna go advanced rotation again, and you're just gonna slap down the bars. Doesn't really matter how you do it. Just ring the top like this with bars. Like that. So you're going to go all the way around. Create yourself a nice little ring of bars. And you can start off, like I said, you can start off with wooden bars and then just upgrade as you go along. So I'm just using iron bars because I'm using the creative menu to show off the actual builds. And boom, there it is. Okay, so now imagine the spiders are the old spiders where they hit the walls and they climb. Now, if he climbs, he's going to hit the row of bars. The bars are all the way around, so he cannot get on top. They cannot climb over the bars or like around the bars. So simple as this, guys. Literally, you can get this done on day one. Build this on day one. And then build yourself a nice little tunnel. And you don't have to put the roof on it on day one on console, because spiders usually are not in the first few horde nights. They don't come until usually day 20 or day 14 or day 21 is usually when they start showing up for you. So you don't have to necessarily get a roof on it right away. That'll give you time to get your tunnel built. And then you can just use a simple wood frame kind of nerd pull in and out of the base as you go. But yeah, you will be able to reach the zombies. The zombies will not be able to reach you. They will hit, like again, they will, let me demonstrate again. They will walk up like this and boop, they get stuck. They will attack and they will hit air. I actually hit the block. I find that you will actually do more damage to your base than the zombies do. they will not be able to hit any of these blocks, and they will always come and try to get at you from the center here. So upgrade these as you go. Build, you might want to flatten out the area around it just to make sure that it's a nice level plane or nice level area that the zombies, they'll walk up and then boop, they get stuck. They will attack. They will not damage your base, and you are good to go. So again, guys, this is console only. Do not try. I have to keep saying it. Do not try this on PC. In fact, I could spawn some zombies and demonstrate what would happen. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I'll show you how ineffective this is on PC. But for console, it's foolproof. They cannot get to you. All you do is stand in the middle, shoot them with your gun, smack them with your sledgehammer, and you're good to go. However, on PC, yeah, let's do that. We'll spawn in a whole bunch of zombies here. All right, so come on, let's do this. F6. Let's bring some Arlenes in. All right, feral Arlenes. Oh, I want 25 of them. All right, there we go. All right. So they will come up and they will attack and they will actually they'll get through this pretty darn quick. You see? Not effective whatsoever. And just like that, they're through. All right. Y'all dead. So yeah, they tore through this in like 3 seconds. But on console, it is very, very secure. They will not be able to hit damage any of the blocks whatsoever. So yeah, trust me, guys, give it a shot. If you're still on console, this is if you want to actually switch things up a little bit instead of, because really, if you want to see the best base build that you can build, the most effective base build that you can build in console. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Just block up the hole and you're completely safe, because on the console version, they don't the zombies don't have auger hands. So yeah, underground bases on console were like unstoppable. They were awesome. But if you want a nice, simple, easy build that is 100% completely safe from the zombies on console, that you can build on day one with very few resources, this is what you want to go with, guys. All my console friends out there, give it a try. I guarantee you're going to love it. Just make sure and build it like this. Wedge tips on the bottom, as wide as you want to make it. 3 stacks of poles. Make sure they're on the bottom inside of the block, like that. Throw a roof on it. Throw bars on there to keep the spiders out, and you're good to go. Build yourself a tunnel in and out of the actual build. You're golden. There you go. Never have to worry about the zombie jerks again on console. All right, so that was the console build that I started last week and never actually finished. This is kind of the finished version, although minus the part where the PC zombies broke through. But we'll ignore that fact. All right, Josh, welcome to the stream. Mr. Shadow Topaz, welcome to the stream. Wolfman, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. All right, I'm going to move on to the next build. So a lot of people were asking me how to build. So I've demonstrated the death hole, pretty simple, straightforward build. And that I've demonstrated quite a few times. But people were asking me about the like an obstacle base, something that I called it my agility build, but you can really use it for pretty much any play style. But I'll demonstrate why I build the way I do, and we'll go from there. So. I don't know if you guys have seen my tips for horde bases video, but there are some basic things that you want to do that will pretty much make you as safe as possible from the zombies. There are some rules that you want to follow, And I'm going to go through those rules and demonstrate why I consider those important as we go here. So I'm just clearing out. Man, you know, I really miss the Z tool. I miss it so much. Oh, I loved it. It made things so much easier. All right, so first thing I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not going to actually build a big one, but whenever you are building a base, you always want to build on a solid foundation. All right, so we're just going to build, I'm just going to build a little box here, and we're going to consider that our basic foundation. So the reason is, you can build your base and make it as strong as you want, but if your foundation isn't solid, then the zombies are just gonna they can damage the blocks that your actual base is sitting on and just collapse your base. So it's kind of, if you don't build on a solid foundation, your base is in trouble, especially once you start getting things like cops and demos that explode, because when they explode, that explosion not only will damage your base blocks, it'll also damage the foundation blocks as well. So you'll want to make sure your foundation is as strong as possible. So when you are building your base, don't just build it right on the dirt. All right, you're going to want to build a foundation first. So start off with basic materials. You want them as strong as you can. You want them to last, and then just upgrade as you go along. But yeah, just build yourself a solid foundation. That is always rule number one. You always build on a solid foundation. Do not just build on the forest ground or the desert ground or anything like that, because the blocks have no resilience whatsoever. As you see here, a standard block has 250 hit points. Now imagine a demo. Actually, we don't have to imagine. Let's actually let me show you what happens. All right, so I will spawn in a single demo. We'll set him off. We'll make him go boom. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Can I set this off with an auger? Yep. All right, watch. Boom. And just like that, there's a big hole in the ground. Now, imagine that you have a few cops, a few demos going off in this exact same spot, or in close to that same spot. Eventually, you're going to have a big hole. If zombies fall down that hole and they can't get out, they're going to start digging, which means they can actually collapse your base if you don't have a solid foundation. So I think it was one of my celebration streams. I was demonstrating a horde base. I took on used my intellect horde base to take on a insane difficulty max alive 64 horde night. Yeah, so like the hardest, toughest settings you can do, and I was using my intellect base, and everything was going great. It was working perfectly. But then I had a cop go off and explode, and I was stupid and completely forgot to build on top of a foundation. I just built on top of the desert ground, and when the cop blew up, he left a big hole, and other things fell in there, and they exploded and made even bigger holes. And by the end of the horde night, there were dozens of zombies in the hole, digging and digging and digging, and they would have continued to dig and killed my horde base. So always build your horde base on a solid foundation. You probably want to, like, the entire thing, and you always want to leave yourself a little bit of room on the edges. So build a big foundation like this, put your horde base in the center, and that's when you get to your final horde base, guys. In the very beginning, you really don't need to do much to survive the first few hordes. They're usually pretty easy, pretty lax, so you don't have to worry about strength and that kind of the integrity of the base too much. But once you start working on your what's going to be your end game horde base, it is vital to build it on top of a strong foundation. So that is rule number one when it comes to building. All right, Super Dave, welcome to the stream. Firminx, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I apologize if I'm not, but welcome to the stream. Theodore TCO, welcome to the stream. And Doge is cool, welcome to the stream. So let's move on to the second rule of building a horde base, and that is elevate your build. Now, I always tell people when you're going to be building a horde base, get it up off the ground. You don't, I mean, you can't, like, okay, it's not like you have to do it this way. These are just basic rules for success. It is possible to build a successful horde base on ground level. However, I find that if you elevate your build, you can control the pathing of the zombies a lot easier. It's a lot easier to control the pathing if you elevate your build, get it up off the ground. All right. So when I demonstrate the agility build here, I'm going to actually elevate it off the ground. Now I usually elevate at least I put my platform, my standing or fighting platform, at least 5 blocks high. So I'll go up 5 blocks. So let's just say that this is going to be our platform that we're going to build our base. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then this here will fill this all in. Now you can either make it a solid wall, like a solid column if you want, or if you want, you can just make a frame. Your actual pillar here, if you design your base correctly, it should not get touched. It should not get the zombie should pretty much leave it alone, because you are going to be controlling their pathing. There we go. So let's just get the basic outline here, and then we will fill in the blocks. All right, so we're going to go up 5 blocks total. Let's just get into it. Make this a little easier here. There we go. Keep on building. And like I said, you can make this a solid column, like fill in everything if you want, but you really don't have to. You don't have to at all. And in fact, you don't even have to go this extensive. You could just make one, like a block pillar. You can keep it, you can make it really, really simple, guys. You don't have to go over. That's one of the biggest mistakes most people make when they are designing bases, is they think more elaborate. The more elaborate they get, the better their base is going to get, or is going to be, the more effective it's going to be. But it's actually the exact opposite. If you try to get too elaborate, too fancy, your base will more than likely fail. You just want to try to keep things nice and simple. So once we have all of our blocks down, just go ahead and upgrade as you go, like this, and then we're going to fill in the fighting platform. There we go. There we go. Oh, I love the nail gun. It's so much better than so much better for upgrading. It goes so much faster. And the reason I'm building this out of frames, guys, I could just build this out of like steel blocks and that kind of thing, but I want to demonstrate the full base build from the ground up, as you would in survival. Now I am in God mode and I'm using the creative menu, but everything that I demonstrate, all the builds that I demonstrate, are 100% doable in basic survival mode. So yeah, this is just basic survival mode resources. This is how you would go about building a base if you were just playing survival. Just to speed things up a little bit, though, I'm using the God mode. But it's really not that difficult, guys, to design and build a base like this without it. Just for time's sake, so we can try to squeeze in as much as possible, I'm going to be using the fly mode. All right, so we've got pretty much a big box, and then we're just going to fill this in and make it a solid platform. You can make this bigger if you want. You can make it smaller if you want. Anything like that. Again, I always say, guys, that when I release like base building videos and tips and tricks and that kind of thing, these are just basic designs, and you can tweak them and just use these ideas to come up with your own design and that kind of thing. All right, so there we go. So now we have an elevated fighting platform, and we're going to give the zombies a path. Again, the whole reason you want to elevate your build is to control the path of the zombies. You want to put them exactly where you want them to be, right? That's the whole point of a good horde-based design. Again, guys, I would say get this. There we go. That'll work. And we'll come out another. We'll just go out another. That'll work. All right. You will want to build on a solid foundation. I'm not building on a solid foundation here because I've already covered that. We're just actually finishing up the actual design itself. And you can make this longer if you want. You can add on, different paths if you want. If you want to make this twist and turn, you can do that as well. There are so many different ways that you can spice up these designs and make them your own. I'm just demonstrating the basic theories in action here. All right, now we're going to build a simple staircase going up. So we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to leave one block like that. Come back to the bottom like that. Boom, 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 just like that. And then you can either put stairs in there to finish it off, or if you want, you can actually leave it like this and make the zombies jump. Either way it works. So the zombies now have a simple path to follow to get to us, right? So they'll come up here and they'll be like, all right, we got to go get him. And we would be standing in here. Boom, boom, boom. The zombies would path straight down this one block area, giving you a nice straight shot that you can use to shoot them in the face. And now what we want to do is create the obstacles, all right? So you want to start on the end, and then you want to go in 2 blocks and drop another block. You want to give 2 blocks space, drop another block. 2 blocks space, drop another block, 2 blocks space, and then here we would actually wall this off, create ourselves like a little inside structure. In fact, here, we'll do that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That'll work. All right. And now you can either completely wall this off. So what I usually do is I'll put an escape hatch in the back. You always want to have an escape hatch, a way to get out just in case your base fails, because there is always a possibility that your base will fail. You always want to give yourself a way out. I think that's rule number 1 in the zombie apocalypse, is always have a way out. Always. Doesn't matter what the scenario, what the situation is. You always have to leave yourself a way out. Getting trapped, not a good thing. All right, and then this is actually going to come out here like this. So we're going to leave a 2 block space so we can put a doorway in. Here we go. Boom, boom. And get the rest of this wall made up. There we go. And now we are going to have to upgrade the corner blocks from the outside. You can upgrade as you go if you want. But it's something as simple as this, guys. Nice little walled-in area for you to fight in. You're going to fight inside. Boom, like that. And then the same thing here. You can either make yourself a doorway, like that, or you can put hatches in the way. You can put bars in the way. Whatever you want to use, you can use that to block it off. And then, of course, you will put the ceiling on like that, and then upgrade, and you're good to go. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's get this all upgraded and ready to roll. So the way that these little obstacle blocks work is the zombies they'll run up here, they'll stop, and they will have to jump to get past this obstacle. So that'll give you more time to shoot them in the face. You always want to make sure and leave at least 2 blocks. If you only space them 1 block apart from each other, the zombies will literally just run over the top of the blocks. You have to space them out at least 2 blocks apart. And then boom, they'll jump. Boom, they'll jump, giving you plenty of time in here to line up your shot. If you're using, a sniper rifle or a Desert Vulture or, whatever weapon you decide to use. Boom, 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 boom. They'll line up in single file. They'll have to stop and jump at every single one of those blocks. So that is what I call, this is just a basic obstacle design. And then you'll put a door on the back here to give yourself an escape hatch. And then you can block this off with either, you can use like vault hatches, or you can use bars. Pretty much anything you want, you can throw that in here. Now, the one that I've demonstrated before, you can also add like a couple of side blocks on the walkway here, and put a couple of robotic sledges there. That way, any zombies that happen to get through will get smacked off the edge by the robotic sledge. They'll fall down and they'll have to start the path again. And again, you can make this as fancy as you want, guys. You can either make this a regular stairway so the zombies have a straight, nice stairwell up, or you can leave it like this so they have to jump. The more jumping they do, the slower they're going to be. Just like that. Jump, 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 jump. They're going to have to jump to get you, giving you plenty of time to shoot them in the face. So simple little horde-based design. But again, you can take this design and you can make it your own. If you want to make it path off into different paths, you want to twist and turn it, however you want to do it. Add some traps to the design. This is just to demonstrate the basic feature of an obstacle kind of walkway. So here, let me real quick, even though this isn't dry, let's do this. Let's bring in some zombie Arlenes. Let's get some volunteers. So Arlene, if you would. Now I do believe the I left the AI off. Yep. All right. So we'll bring in some Arlenes. And even though this isn't dried, it isn't ready to go, you will be able to see this how simple this design is and how effective it is. So ladies, if you would, come on up. You should see them jumping up and down here in just a little bit. Yeah, there they go. So watch, she'll run, she'll jump, and she'll run, she'll stop, she'll jump, she'll run, she'll stop, she'll jump, and that gives me time to shoot them all in the face. Boom, boom, boom. And what's cool is if you want to make this longer, you can make it a little bit longer. If you want to put some twists and turns in it, boom, put some twists and turns in it. You can use this design, just the basic concept of this, and make it your own. Improve on it. Like I said, add some traps, add some twists and turns. You can make some really, really fun bases. But this just goes to demonstrate how effective a basic 2-block gap is in a walkway. Put a block here, 2-block gap, block here. It really, really slows down the zombies. So that is a very effective way. But you'll notice, guys, because we elevated our build and we are actually up, 5 blocks in the air, the zombies don't even look at your pillar. They don't even look at this. They automatically follow the path that you lay out for them. That's the important part of a horde base, guys. You want to put the zombies where you want the zombies. So making a simple walkway like this gives them a direct path to the player and allows you to control the flow of the zombies and at the same time keep yourself relatively safe. So that is the obstructed walkway, I guess. That's a good name for it. So yes, there you go, guys. That is a very simple base design on PC, or a concept that you can use on PC. All right, next up we're going to do a simple little killing corridor here. People were asking about the mechanics behind the killing corridor, why it works, and all that fun stuff. So let's just go ahead and use this build over here, since we already have our basic platform made here. Let's go ahead and just get this out of here. We'll actually turn this into a killing corridor style base. All right. There we go. Okay. So, contrary to what some people have said, I do not claim to be the inventor of the killing corridor. All right, guys. I think it's silly that I've never claimed that. So, yeah, So there have been a couple of people online who have given me a hard time about the killing corridor. I did not invent this. Okay, and even the people who these people claim invented this did not invent this. All right, this design has been around for a very, very long time. It's very simple, but the reason behind why it's effective, not a lot of people understand completely. So I wanted to help to hopefully explain. Okay, here we go. I wanted to help to explain the mechanics behind the actual corridor itself. Now, guys, it is not as effective as it used to be, but it is still entirely effective. It still works. Okay, it still works, but it doesn't work quite as well as it used to. So again, I'm going to go into God mode just to make this easier, and let's get these upgraded. At least on the front here. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so yeah, this will work. This will work. This will work. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we are going. You know what? I'm just gonna grab the blocks that I need. All right. We'll go straight out of steel here. Where are they? Yeah. So the first blocks you're going to need are. Where are they? Am I just missing them? There we go. We're going to use wedge tips. We're going to use wedge tips, and we are going to need half blocks as well. So, steel, half blocks. There we go. All right. So, I am going to come out. All right, we're going to go advanced rotation. Boom. And you want your blocks to be like this. There we go. All right. How wide do I want? Let's go here. We'll go 5. That'll work. Oh, just passed it. That'll work. There we go. All right. And then we will just, let's just grab some regular steel blocks as well here. There we go. All right. Nope. Well, I didn't really time that right. That's okay. Oh, that's all right. All right. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Well, at least I know now where I need to put my pillar. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's go out 6. We'll do 6. That'll work. Oh, I love it. Boop, just like that. Excellent. All right. And we will finish off our pillar here. Perfect. And we'll copy this rotation here. Boom. All right. So there we go. That is the basic outline of the killing corridor. That's step one, guys. Step one. Now we need to put in our half blocks here. And we will just go ahead and copy this rotation. And now you don't have to own, I mean, the wedge tips are not the only blocks that you can use. There are other blocks in the game that will have the exact same effect. I just use the wedge tips because they look prettier. And it's pretty much what I'm used to. It's what I have used for the longest time. And they're really, really pretty effective blocks. So, yeah, there are other, like I said, there are other blocks that will have the same effect. But the wedge tips are pretty much the go-to for this. All right, so there we go, and we'll make a little bit of a walkway here for them. We don't have to make it very big. We're just doing this to demonstrate how this works. So yeah, there we go. All right, we'll go out. We'll go out one more, and then we'll start making our pillar here. So right there. There we go. All right, and we can make our stairwell right here. All right, and we'll make our stairwell the same way. And I'm going to add in one more thing to, there we go, almost done. Oh, that was crap. Go away. There we go. All right, just like that. So we've got our nice little stairwell. And then we're also I'm going to include another little wedge tip here. Just like that. And we will put another one over on this side. Like that. So that'll just funnel the zombies in. Whoop, funnel them in, funnel them in. Okay, so why does this work? Let me try to explain. All right, but real quick, I will, let me get rid of this crap here. Get rid of my collapse here. All right, looking good, looking good. All right, let's bring in, did I turn off, let's turn off the AI here real quick. And there we go. All right, ladies, if you would, please demonstrate this bad boy in action. All right, so we are standing safe and sound in here. Turn on their AI. Come on, ladies. All right, come on. There they come. And boom, down they go, down to the ground. And they go back around and they start the loop again. All right, very simple concept, right? It works, still works, even in Alpha 19 after the devs tried to make it so it did not work. But it works, it still works. But why does it work? That is the question. And as soon as I get rid of all these ladies here, I will answer that question. Where are you? There you are. Hello. Okay. So when the devs tried to fix so originally, the wedge tips used to be that the zombies could not stand on the wedge tips. So if we got rid of these here, they would literally just walk right across the wedge tips here and try to get to us inside there. So they would actually path across here. Even if we flip these up to put the pointy end at the top, they used to, because that's how it used to work. You put the pointy end at the top, and they would just slide on down, and the wedge tips, they could not walk on them. They would try to, but they'd slide on down, no problem whatsoever. So the devs are like, no. We've got to give them the ability. They have to see this as a pathable block, a block they can walk on, right? So they thought, all right, great, problem solved. They now see this as a pathable block. However, they don't see it as only this section being pathable. They look at this, right? You see how like the half block, it literally only occupies half of the block, right? Well, when the zombies look at this, or they look at the wedge tips, they look at the top of the wedge tips like this, what they see is this. They see a solid block. So when they come up here and they're trying to path to you, and they see these blocks here, they're like, oh, that wedge tip there, oh, I can walk across that. It's a solid block. They think the block is this entire thing here. So that's why they come to the edge and they try to continue their pathing, but unfortunately, it's not a full solid block, and they just fall right off the edge. So it's a problem with the actual pathing. The zombies think it's a full block when it actually isn't, which is why this works so well. As long as you keep the blocks flipped up like this, the zombies will see this half, or like this wedge tip here. They will see it. They look at it the same way they look at a full block. So they're thinking, okay, great, I can path across this. I have a straight shot right to the player. I can walk right there. They get to the edge. They continue their pathing, and boom, they fall down, and they're like, oh crap, that didn't work. Okay, I know. I have a better idea. I know what I can do. There's a path. I see the path. It's right here. Okay, here we go. Oh crap, I fell down again. And then they just go running around in an endless loop. So that is why the actual corridor itself works. This little fall part here is it's basically kind of like an exploit for the zombie pathing. Now, personally, I really don't care, guys. It's in the game. It's the way the devs have developed. It's the way that they have tweaked the AI. So, you know what? I say take full advantage, man. It's such a simple, easy build, and it's crazy effective, and it's so simple. So yeah, that's how you do it. You do the wedge tips on the bottom, half blocks on top. The zombies see this as a full walkway here, player in there. Okay, I will just walk down this full walkway and right into the hole, and yay, I can go get myself lunch. But unfortunately, there is no full block. It is just a half block on top of a wedge. So the zombies fall down, have to start over. And that is the theory behind the killing corridor, or the fall section of the killing corridor, right? Now, the great thing about this is you can use this in a variety of different base builds. You can make it very, very simple and straightforward, or if you want to go more elaborate, you can. You can put a roof on it. You can put traps in the walls. There's so many different things that you can do to make this even better. This is also a great way to make a fall pit base, because you can just hollow out the area here, make the zombies fall down into a pit, toss down your pipe bombs or grenades or whatever you're going to use, and blow them all to kingdom come. So yeah, very simple, very straightforward, very effective. And that is why it is effective, is because the zombies see it as a viable path. They see it as a full block, even though it is not nearly, I mean, yeah. I mean, just look at it. It's obvious that if they, that they should not see this as a viable path, but they do. So until the devs come up with another fix, which I'm sure will try to, this will still be effective. And honestly, guys, once they do come up with another fix, people will take a look at the new zombie pathing, and I honestly plan on doing that myself in Alpha 20, and we will see how the zombies react, and we will use our human brains to come up with new base designs that work just as well, if not better. So that's why I always say to the devs, it's silly to spend all your time trying to quote unquote fix, or make players play, the way that you want them to play, giving the zombies auger hands and making them, MIT graduates. And because, players are always going to find a way around it. I mean, it's not, you're not going to be able to stop that. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So spend your time on other things, in my opinion. But yeah. So there you go, guys. That is why this design actually works. So it's a simple, straightforward design, but it will absolutely keep the zombies running around in circle all night long. All right, guys. So we're about an hour in. So just so you guys know, tonight's stream is going to be a little bit shorter than my normal. I usually go about 3 hours, but tonight I am going to be cutting it off here at about in about an hour. We're only going to go about 2 hours tonight because for those of you who do not know, I am a giant wrestling nerd. I love wrestling. One of my earliest memories as a child was my dad popping in a VHS tape. Me sitting on his lap and watching Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant. So yeah, been a big part of my life since I was a very small child. So yeah, I am a huge wrestling fan. And tonight there is rumor. Yes, Jonathan, you got it. So there's a rumored event that is going to be taking place tonight, and it's like the biggest. I think it's safe to say it's one of the biggest moments in wrestling history for at least the past decade. One of the most anticipated. So I will be watching that live, which means I'm going to have to cut the stream a little bit shorter today, but I wouldn't miss it for the world. So yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Jonathan. Exciting time for wrestling fans out there. So, but yes, we're only going to be going about another hour. So I think I am going to leave it up to you guys. Do you have any questions, or is there any of my designs that or builds that I've demonstrated in the past that you would like a more in-depth look at? Because I've kind of covered the ones. Yeah, exactly right. I've kind of covered the ones that I've received the most messages about. People wanted me to explain the mechanics behind the fall portion of a killing corridor, the console build over there, and then how exactly I already broke it down, but how exactly the walkway, the obstructed walkway works. Those are probably the top requested things that I demonstrate. So if you guys have anything that you have questions about with regards to base building, let me know, and I will do my best to answer your questions. So all right. This is crazy, guys. This is my testing world, right? And I have builds and things scattered all throughout this place. I'll sometimes I'll just do I'll do some random running around, and I'll stumble across a painted wall or some painted wall or torches or random chemistry stations or things like that, just strewn about. It's crazy. It's so hard to keep track because I've done so many videos in this world. That's awesome. But yeah, so they're gonna have a console base build right next to a basic killing corridor base build, just randomly out in the middle of nowhere on the world. I love it. Oh, awesome. All right, real quick, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure and hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying the stream. And if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, guys. And we are well down that road. We're coming up on 9,500 subs. So our goal was 10K by the end of September. I think we're going to get there, guys. I think we are going to get there no problem. But if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. I release 7 Days to Die tutorial videos every single week. And also, we have the brand new 7 Days to Die Tournament of Champions that will be debuting not next week, but the week after. So the week of the 30th the week of the 30th is probably when the actual tournament videos will start coming out. All right. Kelly asks, welcome, Kelly. I don't know if I said welcome to you, but welcome to the stream. Have you tried putting campfires on their path to catch them on fire? Yeah, you can do that. It works okay, but it just doesn't deal a lot of damage to the zombies. Here, I'll demonstrate. We can actually just put them right here. So let me grab some. Ooh, excuse me, hiccup. Let me grab some campfires. And I will drop some of these. I don't want to drop that. I don't need the cobble. Let's drop the cobble. Oh, darn it. I just said I don't want to drop the steel blocks, and then I dropped the steel blocks. All right. That'll work. All right. Campfires. We'll fill this little section here with campfires. Yeah. Oh, Asmo, have a great night, dude. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. Hope you are well, my friend. It was really good to see you in the stream again, buddy. All right. Oh, we're gonna throw down some campfires. We'll get some wood in there. Darn it! Keep hitting the wrong button. And you can, like I said, you can set the zombies on fire, but it honestly just doesn't do a lot of damage for them. So, or a lot of damage to them. All right, what do we need? 4 more. I think 4 more. Nope, 3 more. There we go. All right, let's get them loaded up. All right. And I'll hold off turning them on. We'll turn them on here in a second. And then we'll spawn in some zombies and we'll let them run around in a loop and set themselves on fire and all that fun stuff. All right. Oh, looks like we're probably going to need a little bit more wood. Oh, no, we'll just split one of these in half. We really don't need a lot of wood in here because it's we're just going to turn them off, demonstrate it, and go from there. All right. Everybody got wood? Yes. 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 All right. I think we're good. All right. So let's do this. I'm going to turn off the zombie AI. We're going to bring in a few zombie Arlenes. There we go. Let's get all these fires turned on. I've honestly never tried this with a killing corridor style base. This is interesting to see what's going to happen. All right. Come on. There we go. All right, ladies. Let's see what happens. Well, we're gonna have to go into God mode, so we can see their AI. Ladies, if you would, please come and join me. All right, then we're gonna go out of our body. That way, I can show you how much damage they take if they get set on fire. Which it's not a guarantee that they're going to get set on fire. Yeah, it looks like they're not really getting set on fire. Nobody yet. Nobody yet. Come on. Oh, there we go. We got one on fire. Where is she? Where's the one on fire? Yeah, immediately out, and I think she took 1 point of damage. Yeah, 1 point of damage. So yeah, you can, but they don't. It's not guaranteed they're going to get set on fire, and when they do get set on fire, they take next to no damage. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, she's down. She's down 2 hit points. So really, all you're doing is you're wasting a lot of fuel making unnecessary campfires, and yeah, she did the stop, drop, and roll thing. Exactly right. Oh, awesome. So yeah, I mean, you can. It's not very effective, and it's honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's worth your time or resources. Lining your stuff with fireplaces or campfires, excuse me. Turn these off so we don't get a screamer coming our way. Which eventually we would. Whoa, darn it. Come on. Arlene roasting on an open fire. Oh, I love it. All right. I guess I could have just shot them all. That probably would have been easier. There we go. Even easier. All right, so there you go. That would be how campfires affect the zombies. So, again, like I said, I wouldn't waste your time. It does technically work, but it just doesn't do much damage. So, all right. Let's see. What did I miss? Do you always separate horde and main base or have them together in one big build? Me personally, I always separate my home base from my horde base. Just in case something goes wrong, I don't want to risk losing my stuff. So it's cool, you know, you can easily make a home/horde base all in one. I mean, it is possible. But just out of an abundance of caution, I always separate my home base from my horde base. Because again, if something does go wrong, you risk losing all of the stuff in your house. You risk losing your crafting stations. You risk losing your any storage that you have. If the zombies get in, they can do a lot of damage, and you'll lose a lot of time having to replace all of that stuff. So it's a lot, in my opinion, it's a lot better to separate your horde base and your home base. Keep them relatively close. But I would not recommend. I would always keep your horde base at least 100 blocks from your home base. That way, zombies, if you're in your horde base, the zombies won't possibly spawn in your home base, and vice versa. So yeah, I always try to keep my horde base at least 100 blocks away from my home base. Unless, of course, guys, my home base is underground. If you do like an underground build, then you can do some pretty interesting things. Kind of similar to what I used to do on console. You can build beneath you. You can build your forge room and that kind of stuff, and then have your horde base above, and then go up and farm screamers while you're crafting some stuff. So that is another way to do it. So generally speaking, though, I always keep my horde base and my main base separate. Just, again, out of an abundance of caution. All right. What would be a good co-op horde base for 3 players? Looks like Asmo answered that for you. Oh yeah, you guys. Oh man. So if you, Asmo, thank you very much for joining today. If you guys don't know, Asmo is probably one of the most talented builders that I've ever met. For 7 Days to Die, the dude is awesome. He's very efficient, very fast, very creative, and he he's come up with some pretty awesome horde based designs himself, and I've featured quite a few of them on the channel. So yeah, definitely take a look at those because he's amazing. But yeah, what Asmo said is good for a multiplayer base. Any killing corridor style will work. Pretty much, you can extend any of the builds, like even the simple walkway build. You can extend that. If you want, you can make it like a instead of only coming off one direction, you can have it a multi-path direction. So you can have 4 different walkways, have each of your buddies man one of the walkways. Now, generally speaking, they will pick one walkway and find it. One walkway. They'll follow the same path. So it's really more, if you want to make a wider single pathway. So like this here is 3 blocks wide. If you wanted to, break this out here, make this a 3-block hole, and then each of you can take a block, boom, 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 and then just kill the zombies as they walk down. That works too. So yeah, anything like that would be pretty effective. Any tips for home bases? You want to try to make them as efficient as possible, guys. So what I like to do, boy, I don't know if I have any home bases on this server. I don't think I do. So what I generally like to do, guys, is I like to, it all depends on my goal. So you always want to keep your crafting stations, and you want to make plenty of storage around your crafting stations and keep things organized. You want to keep the stuff you need for things like concrete next to your cement mixers. You want to keep iron and smeltables next to your forges, and keep things separated, keep things organized. The more organized, the better. And if you actually, I'm hearing things. If you actually, start organized and just keep things organized, it makes your life a whole lot easier. We're finding that out in the hard way in the No Trader Challenge. I did not start off organizing, and I'm paying for it now with 30-minute days, having to go through and reorganize all of the stuff that I've picked up along the way so far. It's going to be fun, and it's going to take a lot of time that we don't have in such a. I didn't turn the zombie AI back on. Let's do that. Yeah. So stay organized. I think or did I just turn? Oh no, I just turned it back off. Hey, buddy. There you are. All right. AI's back on. There we go. So yeah, stay organized and keep like similar items together. So I like to create a crafting room. So I'll put I'll have 4 walls. I'll have 1 wall dedicated to forges, 1 wall dedicated to workbenches, 1 wall dedicated to cement mixers, and 1 wall dedicated to chemistry stations. And then I'll do like a chemistry station, or I'll put like a crafting station, and then I'll put some storage boxes lining the wall next to the crafting station. For forges, I like to go like 3 forges high, and then stack writable storage boxes 3 high on that. So I'll have like an entire wall of forges in my finalized home build. But yeah, just stay organized. Make sure you keep your storage organized, and try to arrange your room to make it as efficient as possible. That'd be my basic tips for a home base, build. Excuse me. All right, looking good, guys. So, does anybody else? Do you guys have any other question regarding base building in the game? Patrick, welcome to the stream. Says, hey there from Clarksville, Tennessee. Well, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. When it comes to beginner playing, which is preferable? No respawning or respawning on? Okay. Respawn. I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm not really sure what you're talking about with regards to respawning. What respawning? Are you talking about playing like a permadeath series where if you die, your run is over, or are you talking for the zombies? No respawning. Um, I don't know. I'm sorry, Patrick. I don't know. I don't know what setting you're talking about. Where the zombies don't respawn, because they don't. They'll spawn in POIs. They spawn when you activate a quest. They spawn randomly in the world, but they don't. I guess the only time they respawn is if you clear a POI and then reset the POI. So I'm not exactly sure what you mean by respawning. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to answer the question. My general feeling on when it comes to brand new players, people who have never played the game, I always tell them start a game with the zombie spawns turned off, like no enemies in the game whatsoever. Play for an hour or so just to get the general mechanics down. Then start a regular playthrough with the zombies, with zombie spawning turned on, and then just start a regular playthrough on lower tier settings. You don't want to overwhelm yourself in the beginning. The PC version now, it's not as like on the console version. I've told the story before, but my very first playthrough, I literally almost rage quit the game. I almost quit because well, this world I can't really demonstrate because this world's built on an island, but it spawned me. So let's say that this were the edge of the map, like right here, right? It literally spawned me right next to the radiated zone. And on a road, so there was a road going, this way, going that way, and I chose the wrong direction to go. I followed the road this way, took about 10 steps, and fell over dead, and I had no idea why. So they've kind of they've reduced the likelihood of stuff like that happening. So it's not quite as dangerous as it used to be. However, for brand new players, it can still be a little daunting. But I would recommend to brand new players, people just picking up the game for the very first time, give it a try without the zombies, just so you get a basic feel for like crafting in the game, a basic feel for the actual controls, what buttons do what, that kind of thing. Then back out and start a new playthrough, regular game, and don't crank the settings up too high until you get a little bit of experience under your belt. That's my approach. Unless, of course, you are very familiar with survival zombie style games and you're really gung ho, go for it. But this game can get very, very difficult, and it can be a little overwhelming, especially for brand new players, even people who have survival crafting game experience, because there are some unique mechanics in this game, and the variables are a little bit different in this game as opposed to other games. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Patrick. I wasn't exactly sure what you meant by zombies respawning, but hopefully that helped a little bit. Joshua, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. When it comes to hunting game, why is it hard to find deer and bears? Always come across more chickens and rabbits. That's because the amount of chickens and rabbits that actually spawn into the world are more frequent. So animal spawns are just like any other spawns in the game. They everything is RNG. It's all everything has a percentage chance to spawn in a given biome at a given time. And it's just the chickens and rabbits have a much higher percentage chance to spawn than some of the other animals. So you'll see more chickens and rabbits just because they spawn a lot more often into the world than some of the other animals. So that's a basic explanation of why you see more chickens and rabbits. Plus, The chickens and rabbits don't give you as much, so you're going to need to hunt more of them in order to get the same materials, say, from a bear. So it would make sense that, you know, if you're going to need more, there should be more of those in the world. They're easier to, well, they can be easier to kill. Plus, they don't fight back, so they make for good things to hunt in the beginning of the game, if you can find them. If I could have something of the new Alpha 20 content right now, what would it be? The new weapons, new POIs, the vehicle mods, or something else? If I could choose only one thing to put in the game right now, oh, speaking of chickens, there's one right over there. Let's see here. I'd probably pick the POIs, because there's supposed to be a lot of them. And the thing I love about new POIs is it gives you new things to discover, new things to explore. So yeah, if I had to only pick one, I'd probably pick the new POIs right now, so I could explore those and see what the new POIs look like and what secrets they may hold. What's cool is that was weird. What's cool is the devs are, you know, the fun pimps are pretty creative sometimes when it comes to their POIs. They put little Easter eggs and stories and that kind of thing in the actual POI itself. Give the POI a story, which I think is cool. And that's one of the fun things I like about exploring new POIs is kind of trying to deconstruct exactly what happened in that POI. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Some of the little stories they tell inside the POIs. See, my beginning game is looting, selling to trader to buy a gun. Then it's easy loot. Yeah, I always recommend checking out the trader. You can usually find a tier 1, quality 1 weapon, pistol, firearm at the traders pretty easily. And they're usually only 400 dukes for most of them, for pistols, and tier 1 and tier 2 weapons usually are only like $400. So they're pretty cheap. But yeah, you're right. In my latest experience tutorial video, I kind of talk about some of the benefits of the trader and how if you're looking to gain a lot of experience, you want to head to the trader as soon as you can. And then also in my my video on the auger, I tell you that you need to get your better barter up to level 3 and run to the trader as quickly as possible to get your hands on an auger. You can actually, honestly, guys, you could get yourself an auger and a firearm on tier 1 from the traders if you have a little bit of luck on your side. So let's see. Owen, welcome to the stream. Oh, and S2TP, welcome to the stream as well. Do I think buying vehicles from the trader is worth rather than build it yourself? It can be, especially because, guys, dukes are the easiest thing in the world to get in this game. They in no time you can be swimming in Duke's casino tokens. That's why I tell people it doesn't make any sense. There's really no need to collect brass, because you can smelt down brass in stacks of 20,000 in your forge, because you can get, money is nothing in this game currently. It is so easy to get money. Not only do you get it by doing quests, you get it by selling loot. And loot is everywhere. Quests are not too terribly difficult to complete. And yes, if you have the extra money, sometimes just straight up buying a vehicle can save you a lot of time and can save you a lot of it'll save you points as well. You don't have to put points into Grease Monkey, although you really don't have to put points into Grease Monkey anyway, as long as you can find the parts or the schematics for the parts. You can actually craft every single vehicle in the game without putting a single point into Grease Monkey. That is possible. Grease Monkey is usually one of the perks that I skip. So, but yeah, I think buying a vehicle from the trader could be very beneficial. Absolutely. Okay. Is the trader the fastest way to gain XP, or is it building? So fastest, if you're going straight fastest in the later portions of the game, yes, the trader is the fastest way to to gain experience. Once you have your perks to a certain level, you get your better barter, you get your daring adventurer up there. You have access to learn an elixir, your nerdy glasses, your bartering or your cigar, the sugar butts, the awesome sauce. You can get your hands on all of that. Yes. Traders are the best way, the fastest way to gain experience. If you want, you can loop buying and selling gear. So sell something to the trader, buy it right back to him. Sell it, buy it, sell it, buy it, sell it, buy it. You'll actually lose a lot of dukes that way, but you will rack up experience extremely fast. And when you get to the late part of the game, you're going to, like I said, you're going to be swimming in dukes. You're going to have so much money that you really don't care, that you're wasting dukes in order to gain experience. You're pretty much going to be switching experience for dukes. So yes, it is, in my opinion, the fastest way. Is it the most overall effective way? I don't think so, because again, you're going to be wasting a lot of dukes that way. But if you have the money to spare, it is a viable way to level up your character pretty fast. I would, in my opinion, a funner way to do it is get out there, mine a bunch of resources. You gain incredible amounts of resources and experience while mining, and at the same time, and then turn around and use those resources to build some awesome bases or awesome structures. I love the building mechanic in 7 Days to Die. It's one of my favorite things about this game. It's actually what drew me to this game. So yeah, I mean, that's my preferred method is actually just mining resources and building structures. But technically, I guess, yeah, I would have to agree that buying and selling or selling loot to the traders is the fastest way to level up your character really, really fast if you have the required items necessary. All right. I finally figure out why the chicken really crossed the road to get to the other side. I'll wait for your punchline there, Patrick. Let's see. I break down weapons I don't use and sell the parts. Yeah, I would recommend doing that for anything below tier. Honestly, only tier 1. Everything above. Okay, here I'll demonstrate. Let's go to the creative menu and let's grab some tier 1 items or tier 1 weapons. And okay, so we'll do. All right, here we go. Tier 1 steel sledge. That sells for right now 75. And if we scrap that down, that will give us parts. Where are they? There they are. That will sell for 216. But I believe once you get up to tier 2, let's see if we can find ourselves a tier 2 steel. Oh, there's tier 3, 4, 2. All right. There you go. So once you get up to tier level 2, now this will sell for 362 dukes. So quality 1 items, break those down to parts, sell the parts. Anything above that, it's actually you actually get more by selling the whole item than you do the parts themselves. So yes, it was in the KFC Witness Protection Program. Very nice. Kelly asks, can you find a full vehicle in the game? Not to my knowledge. You have to construct or purchase them from the trader. So you can find them in trader inventory, but out and about in the world, no, I don't believe you can. You can't find them in loot, like loot containers. They don't spawn in loot containers or anything like that. You either have to assemble them yourself or purchase them from the trader. Kool-Aid Man, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Hello, Seven. I have a question. Me and my friend are using the AFK robotic sledge base, and we are starting to have some trouble with the hordes. Any other base we should build? Yeah, I mean, it depends. What kind of trouble are you having with the hordes? So let's go find my base builds again. See if I can demonstrate. Demonstrate, because it depends on what your levels are. If you build, actually, I think I have everything I need on me. We'll just do this here. All right. All right. And I'm just going to build just a simple little 4x4 block thingy here. And we'll put a platform on top of that. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. You know what? I don't like that. We're going to go out one more block here. So I'm just going to build a simple little walkway base. I think this is, I've demonstrated this one, something similar here already, but I just want to kind of demonstrate. All right, that should be 5 wide, right? Yep, okay. There we go. There we go. All right, that'll work. That'll work just fine. And we'll make our little stairwell. Actually, why am I building this? Sorry, guys. Give me a second. We just got to come back home because I already have one built. All right. So you see how I have it set up here. Nice, really simple single walkway. 2 sledges, boom and boom, right there like that. And all I have to do is let's bring in a whole bunch of Arlene's. You know what? We're really gonna go ham here. Let's boom boom. Hello, ladies. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. So there's 50 Arlene's right down there. I'm going to put myself in here. And this is all you need, guys. This is, I mean, this is simple as this. We'll turn the AI back on. And I will hide myself in the corner here. Jump out of my body. There we go. So not only will they fall off on their own, but any of them that actually might get anywhere close get smacked off. So, but this really only works, or it works better if you can get you need to get your robotics inventor perk up. That's it. Once you get your robotics inventor perk up to level 5, you're sitting pretty. These ladies will, I mean, they'll do a little bit of damage. They'll punch an occasional block here or there. But generally speaking, they will just follow this path. I won't have to fire a single shot. They will literally just keep going around and around and around, and my sledges will do the work for me. I probably would only need 1, but oh, there you go. So 1 got through to the second one. So there you go. So yeah, having 2 of them down like that, yeah, you're fine. You're set. You're not going to make a lot of experience this way, but yeah, they will continue to run, and it doesn't matter. It could be Arlene, it could be demos, it could be cops, it could be, it doesn't matter really what the zombie is. They're still going to run the same circuit. The zombie pathing, guys, is the same for every single zombie. The only caveat to that is the new Fat Hawaiian, because they've tweaked it a little bit. They've done some. The Fat Hawaiian does have some quirks. But generally speaking, guys, the zombie pathing is the exact same for every single zombie. Even the toughest zombies in the game will path the exact same way. So, yeah, you just give them a simple walkway like this, smack them off the edge, they'll fall down, they go back to the beginning, and they'll keep running around in circle. Now, again, your radiateds, your tougher zombies, you're probably not going to kill them. You're eventually going to have to go out there and shoot them just because they regenerate. Even though the sledges do have the rad remover mod on, they just don't deal enough damage to take down some of the bigger guys. But at the same time, you're completely safe. Like literally, I am sat right in there. I'm just standing there, just sitting there, looking sexy. And out here, my sledges are doing all the work. And again, yeah, they're gonna smack on your blocks a little bit here and there, but you could literally just leave this all night long, all horde night long, and it works. It works perfectly. But the thing is, you have got to get your robotic inventor perk up high enough so that your robotic sledges will attack fast enough. Usually level 4 is good enough, but I recommend if you're going to go this route, go all the way, get it all the way up to level 5, and then just let the sledges do the work for you. Again, it's not a big XP gainer. You're not going to gain a lot of experience, but there you go. All right. Let's see here. Will zombies jump if a single block is missing? No. So, feral zombies will literally run right across the top. That's why you always want to leave at least a two block gap between your obstruction blocks here. You always want to leave at least 2 blocks. If you put them every other block, they literally just run right over the top of the block straight to you. Hello. We have a magical Arlene. What are you doing? That's impressive. Oh, I love it. All right. Yeah, and another great thing about this, guys, is because of the stumble animation, sometimes just the mere fact of them stopping and jumping will cause them to stumble and fall off the edge and have to start over again. That's why, again, guys, when you're building bases, you don't have to go crazy. You don't. You really don't. Sometimes simpler is better. You keep it simple, keep it straightforward, give the zombies a nice, simple path to follow. Kind of, like the death hole. They've got one way to attack you. They will always pass through here. And you put the hatches up and just smack them in the face. Over here, I've got the killing corridor. Actually, this is currently set up as a fall pit, but you can cover that pit up and just make it a simple walkway killing corridor style base. But yeah, simple is better, guys. You don't want to go overboard. You don't want to try to get too fancy. You don't want to go try to get too elaborate, because the more elaborate that you make your base, the more opportunities your base has to fail. So keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Give the elevate your build, get yourself up off the ground. Give the zombies a simple pathway to follow. Put obstacles in their way. Use your sledge turrets. Use traps. Use a simple obstacle like this, single block with 2 block space. Simple, easy. You don't have to go too crazy, but then you can spice things up and combine multiple different aspects. So yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of designing a horde base. And I would recommend, guys, I always do a lot of testing in creative mode just to see what will work and what won't work. That's how I come up with a lot of video ideas and tutorial ideas. Is I test things out. I have an idea, so I build it, see if it works. If it does, cool. If not, cool. I've learned something that works, or I've learned something that doesn't work, and it just helps me learn the mechanics of the game even more. So try it. I always say, give it a go. Worst thing that can happen, especially if you're in creative, the worst that can happen is your base fails and you learn not to do that. If you're in survival, the worst thing that could happen is you can get punched in the face and eventually die. But you know what? That's part of the game. So can I do this strategy with lesser robotics and inventor? You can. Yeah, you can. The problem is, here, let me show you the actual robotics inventor tree here. So when you get to level 5, that's when you can get the 2 robots down. Boom and boom. That is, so even as you guys saw, I had 50 zombie Arlenes attacking the base at once. And most of them were taken care of by the first one, but that's because it has such a high rate of attack speed and that kind of thing. I would say if you're going to go with this base, you want to get up to level 5. That way you can have 2 turrets active at the same time. If you don't have the 2, then if they get past the first one, unless you put it right here, it'll keep knocking them back. But eventually they may pile up to the point where they can start getting through your iron bars here and just walk straight to you. So I would recommend getting it up to level 5. I wouldn't recommend trying something like this on lower tiers of Robotics Adventure. You can design builds that will work with only 1 turret, but I would recommend doing it with 2. It's just much easier that way. Will loot bags despawn through the horde? And is there a limit on how many spawn throughout the night? They do eventually despawn. However, the despawn timer is pretty long. Generally speaking, they shouldn't despawn before the horde night is over. They should stay. And I don't think there's a limit, but there is a small chance. Again, everything in this game is RNG. It's all based on percentages. There's a small percentage chance that zombies will drop loot. Some zombies have a higher drop rate percentage than others. But they can be destroyed. I do know that you can actually destroy loot bags. But will they disappear eventually? Yes, they will despawn, but the despawn is pretty lengthy, pretty extensive. So the timer is pretty long. So, all right, let's see here. And I did not say PP, Alexander, Edwards, Tracy, Lou. Welcome to the stream, and Schneidi, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see. I'd like to find a 2-story and knock out the stairs entry levels. Yep, that works. And Lou, I'm glad you were able to join us for the stream tonight. That is awesome. Let's see. Yorick Mori asks, how do I recharge a car battery? You're going to need a generator and a battery bank, or a solar panel, a solar bank, and a battery bank in order to recharge batteries. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of batteries, guys. Because they do die, and you need a lot of stuff. So you got your battery. Let's see here. There we go. There's a battery bank. So you would need one of these, and you would fill the battery bank with batteries, and then you would have to hook that up to a power source. So generator is my favorite. The solar banks, they are way too expensive, in my opinion. Way too expensive. Ooh, excuse me. Way too expensive, in my opinion. Plus, you can only get them once you get your better barter at near the very top. I believe the solar banks start to spawn at level 4, and the panels, the higher tier, higher quality stuff, spawns when you get your better barter all the way up to level 5. You cannot loot. You can't loot the solar banks, and you cannot loot the panels. You have to purchase them. So, yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think they're worth it. They're way too expensive, and they don't work at night. They're solar panels, so the sun has to be up. So I prefer generators. Gas is so easy to get in this game, with the ability for POIs to respawn, looting cars or scrapping down cars. You have unlimited cars because all you have to do is take a quest. Almost every POI in the game has at least one car somewhere on the premises. So do some quests, and you'll have unlimited amounts of gas. So I prefer generators. So you just hook your generator to your battery bank, turn your generator on, fill your battery bank full of batteries. They will charge. You're good to go. That's the way to recharge batteries. Or again, if you want, you can do the solar panels as well. Real quick, I want to say thank you very, very much, Lou Sassel, for that super chat. I really do appreciate the support. You are awesome. All right. Thank you. So cool. Let's see. You have a better chance of shooting them than losing them to despawn. Yes, Schneidi, you are absolutely right. The despawn rate on the bag. So I can actually demonstrate this. So quite a long time ago, I did my best explosives video, and I explode groups of zombies. And you'll notice on the roadway here, loot bags just littered all over the place. These have been here, I guess in game it's only been maybe a full day or two, but yeah, they are still there from when I exploded groups of zombies with my rocket launcher or grenades and that kind of thing. So the loot bags, they take a long time to despawn. They do not despawn quickly. So yeah, you are much more likely to destroy the loot bag than you are to have them despawn. Let's see, does eye candy work on loot bags? Eye candy works on everything. Unfortunately, here, let me grab some eye candy here. The actual loot container doesn't matter, because what eye candy does is it gives you an automatic +5 to your loot bonus. Plus, it gives you plus 10% to loot bonus. So if we take a look at my game stage, I am currently at game stage 648. The +5 would so, and then your game stage and your loot stage, your loot stage is the same as your game stage. So if I took eye candy right now, I would get +5 automatically. And then I would also get plus 64. So let's just say 70. I'm going to get a 70-point boost. That'd put my game stage or my loot stage up to 718. So yeah, and then the loot inside the container is determined by a number of factors. So yeah, the eye candy works. It doesn't work. It's not like it doesn't affect the actual container itself. It affects your loot stage or and then your loot stage will determine the percentage chance that you will roll a certain item in any loot container. So every loot container has a set of items that can potentially spawn when you actually loot it. Again, everything is random. Everything is percentage based. So when you loot the container, it gives you your loot, and that is based on your game stage, which affects the percentage drops of all the items that could potentially be spawned in that container. So hopefully that made sense. Is there really going to be a drone in the game? Yes. Alpha 20, they are supposed to be releasing the drone, which is, from what I've heard, most players are probably going to use it like a mobile storage. It's not going to have any offensive capabilities. So don't think it's going to be, following you around and shooting the zombies. It does not have that ability. I do believe they are going to add mods on it that will give it the ability to heal you, give you extra storage space in the drone, that kind of thing. So it's not going to have, from what I understand, it's not going to have offensive capabilities. It's going to have more defensive and recuperative properties. But yes, the drone is supposed to be coming in Alpha 20. When it comes to harvesting meat, leather, and bone and animal fat, which is better, the knife or the machete? They are both the same in terms of the amount of resources you get. The only thing that differs is how fast you actually complete the harvest. So the tool itself will not increase the amount of resources as long as you're using the same tool. So you could use a bone knife, you could use a hunting knife or a machete. They will all give you the exact same amount of resources. The only benefit that the machete has over the hunting knife is that it deals more block damage, meaning that you can harvest faster. All right, we're getting close to the end here, guys. Let me answer Kelly's question. If it is a co-op game, whose game stage does a loot bag apply to? The whoever loots it. That is whoever opens the actual container. So let me show you here. Where'd those? Okay, so you'll notice when you actually approach the bag, right now it says searched, untouched. See where it says untouched? That means the loot inside hasn't been determined yet. The moment that I hit the loot button, boom, that is when the roll happens. That is when it determines what is in your bag. So whoever actually loots the container or opens up the container, that's whose game stage the loot should be based on. All right. Well, guys, it is the end of the night. I'm gearing up for watching some awesome stuff here in about an hour. So I am gonna call it a night. I'm gonna call it a stream, guys. Little, like I said, a little shorter this time around than before. But I want to say thank you guys all so much. I will be back next week. We'll go the full. We'll go at least 3 hours next week. But this is a very special night for me, something I've been looking forward to for a very long time. Really exciting, guys. Like I said, I've been a wrestling fan. It was kind of was the bonding father-son activity, I guess, or a program that my dad and I enjoyed together since I was a wee little child, a little child. As long as I can remember. So, yeah, I am excited for what is rumored to happen tonight. It's going to be an exciting night. So, yeah. Exactly right, Jonathan. Exactly right. Oh, I'm not kidding, guys. For those wrestling fans who may be in the audience, you'll understand. It's probably the most newsworthy event in wrestling in probably a decade. So, it's going to be awesome, guys. But that means I do have to cut the stream a little bit shorter than I normally go. But I will be back next week. We'll go the full time. We'll make sure it's at least a 3-hour stream. So, real quick, guys, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. Let YouTube know you enjoyed the stream. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button to check out all of the awesome 7 Days to Die tutorials that I release every single week. And be on the lookout for more news regarding the 7 Days to Die Tournament of Champions. Gigantic collaboration that I'm doing with it's myself and 8 other creators coming together to hold this tournament. Oh, guys, it is going to be so much fun. It is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for this. So, yes. But again, guys, thank you very much for joining me. And I'm excited. I'm excited just all around. It's going to be a good night. But for now, this is Savin saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Savin's World. And remember, the average gamer is always king of the hill on the bell curve. Have a great night, everyone.